Go.
Hello there, you beautiful people. I'm Mr. Riddlesworth, and welcome to the BruhCast with myself, EnchaJini,
Hello.
and Mr. Snabbers.
Hello.
And this is a place where we talk about YouTube, gaming, and the whole internet in general, as well as a little bit about ourselves, if you wish so to know about us.
Yeah,
Maybe
at least once.
Yeah, we'll spill the beans.
In a huge jar.
Yeah.
I hope they're not beans.
If there's something you want to know or want us to talk about, use the hashtag BruhCast on Twitter, and we will be sure to talk about the subject you have in mind. But for now, any news, boys?
Well, recently Assassin's Creed Syndicate gameplay actually was released.
Yes, those that are members of Uplay got an email basically saying come and check out the live stream of footage.
I think we all got that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Anyone who's got a Assassin's Creed game or whatever.
Yeah. Anybody that's got a game on Uplay, he'll get that email. But I never actually went to the live stream myself.
I was at work, so I couldn't.
Yeah.
I'm in a different country, I can't.
But if I can find the footage, I'll put some behind us. But to be honest, I don't think it's been that long since they released the latest Assassin's Creed.
Well, they're making new Assassin's Creed each year, to be honest.
And we
Fair
had
enough.
Buggy and Broken, the last one came out. Jesus Christ, this one better be better. And the multiplayer is totally broken on the new one. It's
Well, apparently in this one there won't be any multiplayer at all.
oh, that's totally gonna break tradition. They're gonna have it in there.
I know.
Tradition.
They've got to have some kind of fucked up multiplayer, which usually takes you to be in the same clan for it to actually work.
Yeah.
But
I think-
in the previous Assassin's Creed there was no multiplayer as well. In the second one there wasn't any. It actually showed up on Brotherhood, I think.
Uh-oh.
No, I
Which
think
was kinda
I think
nice.
it wasn't too.
No, it wasn't. Started on Brotherhood.
Yeah, Brotherhood then maybe.
It's usually you that sneezes, Riddle, sorry.
I know. I'm taking my allergy tablets, so I'm okay.
You have a tampon in your nostril.
But I think because they've got the new next gen models now, that they're going to basically rush this one out like they did with the last one, and I'd prefer them to take some time. Like obviously they have to take some more time with Titanfall 2, so they've knocked that back. So I think they should take some real time on this and iron out all the tweaks before it goes on full release. That's pretty much. I just hope it isn't as buggy as the last one. I mean, when I got it like a week after it had been released, and there was still a lot of animation bugs in, like the beginning story where you're a little kid, you're playing around with this girl, you've got to play hide and seek with her for a little while.
I enjoyed that, I did.
Yeah, and there was a cut scene of where you get an apple and you choose to give it to her or not. And I chose to give it to her, but the apple, when I was handing it over, it wasn't in my hand, it was floating like 3 meters at the side of my character. And it kind of magically glitched onto her shoulder, and then like her face went all invisible and just left her eyes and her mouth, and you could see like a tongue and her teeth. It was really, really twisted.
Well, I didn't have that much issue. I just had the problem with the guard, because obviously you had to get by the guard.
Yeah.
And he kept catching me through the actual bushes. And it's like, you can't even see me. How do you know I'm there? And it's like, failed. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the line of sight was broken as well at some points. But there was bits where you had to sneak into this. It's kind of a manor in it at the beginning that you got to sneak into, and I was like hiding behind a sofa, and the guard was at the other side of the room. Between me and him, there was a table and a chair set, as well as the sofa itself, and he still managed to see me from the other side of the room. It was freaking it was unbelievable. I can't believe they actually put it out in that condition. But you know, I've give it about a year for him to get all the bugs out, so I'll probably play it again now. Probably give it a go.
We all started it, but we haven't played it all that much.
It
Unity.
was just too buggy, wasn't
Mm.
Also, interesting thing about this Assassin's Creed is, according to creative director Mark Alexis Cote, you can even use the carriage to cause diversions. Crashing one into another will call the police to the scene,
Yeah,
which you
that's
can
cool.
actually flee while they're otherwise occupied.
Yeah. But all the Ubisoft studios are also working on VR compatible versions of most of his biggest games. You know, to work with the Oculus and things. They want what was it called? Watch Dogs. They want that one to be the first one. Compatibility. They'll decide to do it.
That game with nice graphics, with
Yeah, it would. Yeah, the new Oculus, the one with all the motion sensors on it. That'd be the best one to do it with. I think any other that will give you motion sickness. But Samsung Galaxy has just released their final product for their virtual reality headsets. And you basically take Galaxy S6 and just whack it into this headset, and it becomes a fully functional VR headset because of the 4K screen on it. So you get like 1080p in each eye, which looks cool, but I don't think it's something I'll invest in because it's like 300 quid. I'd rather pay the extra and get a proper Oculus, to be honest.
What were you just about then, sorry? Oh, preoccupied then.
Samsung have brought out their virtual reality headset.
Oh, yes, I heard about
You
that.
just slap in a Galaxy S6 to the front of it, and it transforms it into a VR headset.
And then I heard you say something about the Oculus Rift, and you said you'd be waiting for that. Now, on that news, Oculus Rift, the due date is for the first quarter of next year. The consumer headset.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that basically all us public people, gamers and whatever, will be able to buy the official version in the first quarter. Unless you've already got a developer kit, then that's different.
Yeah. I really wanted a dev kit too, but, you know.
It's 266 quid you really can't afford.
Yeah, so far. Battlefront news. Apparently they're not going to be doing, like, classes.
Yeah, there's just gonna be your created character, and that's it.
There'll be character progression, but there won't be any class systems.
There won't be any squad system, apparently.
Yeah. So you can create your own loadout. So you can take, you know, whatever guns you want, and then you'll level up in skill from whatever guns you use. You'll be able to use them more efficiently, or
Well, that's not a big
upgrade
thing, but the problem is there won't be squad system.
yeah,
kind
how
of
you can play it with your friends.
gonna be pretty much like a fuck up with Battlefield 4 at the beginning.
Yeah. And pretty much like Fractured Space.
Yeah. Well, it's on early access and on the
Yeah.
Kickstarter a little bit.
They're
It's-
working on it now in Fractured Space, so at least they're
Well,
willing
at
to
least,
sort
it's at least a little bit funny to actually get all your mates in one match.
You ready, guys? 3, 2, 1, go. Nope, didn't get it. Ah, fuck's sake, Edge.
Sorry.
Oh dear.
Also, new Dino survival game was announced called Ark Survival Evolved, which is like Jurassic Park and Rust having a huge big ass baby.
Yeah, I'm just looking at
Yes.
that now.
It looks really interesting. I'll try and put some footage behind myself of the game. But as far as I know, it's definitely coming to the PS4 and the Xbox One. Is it already out on the PC?
I see the PS4 trailer.
Yeah, so I think it may only be on the console.
Early 2016, it'll hit Steam Early Access on June 2nd.
Yeah.
This
It's
June or
definitely
next
it's on
June?
all. Yeah. On PC as well.
This June. Which means there'll be another game that I'll have to buy all three of us.
No, you won't. But
Well-
apparent, the game that I like to play now and again on my own, or with Ench if you can get in, Savarium, They're actually making some, or renting some American servers, but they're not going to be merged with the European servers. So we can't battle any Americans and get, Americans swearing at us and stuff like that.
About
Which is a
that,
bit
it's all about the
disappointing.
ping.
Yeah, it's not usually that bad from England to America, but like if you go to, obviously, your side of the pond, the river, lake,
Pond.
channel, whatever it is, then it's
Wow.
a bit worse. It's like 300 ping for you from there, innit? And for
I
us,
think
it's like,
the highest one was like 100.
for me, it's averaging around 120 to 150 ping, which, I can cope with. Sometimes it gives me the upper hand and I can see them before they see me. So I kick their ass, but
Yeah, basically they're seeing you, you're just phasing through the freaking things like, whoop,
Yeah.
whoop, now you see me, now you're fucking down, now you're fucking dead as well.
I've had a lot of that today on Call of Duty, because it's not put me on any British servers. I've been playing on like German and Russian servers all day, and because they have a lag advantage, I mean, I've had a big argument with people about this before, but lag compensation just stops your character pinging around everywhere like you're on a bungee rope. It doesn't actually stop the actual lag itself. They still see you before you see them, and they kill you first every time. The same on some Savarium servers. If you end up on a Russian server, you're screwed, because they're just professional camper snipers, and they take you out as soon as they see you. I think things like that need to be fixed, especially on online games. They need to put like a cap on maximum ping, like have it, maximum 75. I found that above 75 is a bit too laggy. You have too
It
much.
depends on what the server's like, if they can handle your ping or not. Because when I used to play World of Warcraft, a standard ping was 110. If you had anything more than 220, you were pretty much lagging all over the place. You could be pressing your button 6 times before it actually happened.
Yeah.
So anything around 110 to obviously 70 is pretty decent. If you've got 12, you're pretty much like the server owner, or it lives next door to your house.
If they had ping balancing, that'd be spot on. So if they had a 30 millisecond ping and you had a 50, it should put you with other people with 50 mil pings, rather than putting you with all these 30 mils. Because that extra 20 milliseconds of you communicating with the server makes your character lag behind slightly. But you're basically screwed. It's, when it comes to first person shooters, timing's everything. As soon as you see an enemy, you've got to be able to get your gun up and shoot them. But if they've seen you first because of the lag, they're just going to get you first every time. But that's an argument for another day. Same as bloody spawns on like Ghosts and Advanced Warfare. I died 10 times in a row. 10 times in a row, spawning in front of somebody. And it was absolutely ridiculous. I was raging. I nearly threw my joypad across the room. I was like, what the fuck? I wish developers would create a non-linear spawn system, so that obviously there'd be like a safe radius that your character would spawn in. All the computer would have to do is find out where the safe radius is and then throw your character in. Whereas they use
on the roof.
they use set spawns all the time. And once people work out the spawns, they can quite easily
Spawn camp.
coordinate with the team and camp the hell out of you. So
We used to do it on Black Ops 2, me and my mates. We used to play Nuke Time, which isn't really stupid because there's only 2 spawn points there is, but we used to run across the map, gun everybody down, and then we'd get somebody to scout out their spawn. So that way, when we realised nobody's spawning, we all shout, right, switch, we all turn around 360 degrees and run to the other side of the map and gun them as they appear as they spawn up, and then run back again. We probably ended up with about 60 odd kills in that match, and only die once.
I mean, it is crazy. They need to come up with a new spawn system. I mean, it shouldn't be too hard to program an algorithm in, that detects a safe radius. So it's like a 20-meter line of sight radius, something like that. So as long as there's no enemy within that 20 meters, it'll throw you in.
They'd have to make the maps bigger though, because for things like ghosts and advanced warfare, you could spawn in and somebody'd spawn in behind you.
Yeah, that's another thing about advanced warfare. The maps are tiny, like super tiny, compared to
Battlefield.
like Titanfall and Battlefield. Even Battlefield's team deathmatch maps seem freaking bigger than
But the
these
spawn
maps.
system isn't fucked up, at least.
No, I think they have a spawn radius on Battlefield.
It's not just about that.
Yeah, you do have a spawn radius, because obviously if you're the enemy and you go towards your enemy's spawn location, it tells you you're going out of bounds. That way you
Yeah.
can't go inside.
That's one thing. But like if you're spawning on your squad mate, now they actually added like a feature if one of your if that squad mate on which you want to actually spawn is in the combat, you can't even spawn on him.
Yeah, so that you don't
That's a
spawn
good
in and
thing.
get insta kill.
Exactly.
Oh dear.
For all those people that are watching my BruhCast, you may have noticed that there's another me in the top right corner of the screen. This is because I'm using a gameplay from my Titanfall gameplay with Mr. Riddles. So there isn't two me's, there's just a me from another gameplay.
Just put your camera up in that corner.
Or just jab my sticker on in front of it.
I've done that for a different video.
Kerbal Space Program. That's a game I haven't played for a while. Holy crap! But now since it's hit its public release and it's out of alpha.
Yeah, but they kind of did something kind of weird, because Maker Studios did like an offer where we had to basically promote this video. Yeah, PewDiePie was the video for the release of the game, so that's what gave them loads of sales.
It's ridiculous though. I don't believe in promoting, other big YouTubers' videos when they've got like 25 nearly 30 million subscribers. They don't need that help. All they need to do is do that video and say check out the link below, blah blah blah, and that's it. It'll get enough notice. He's got 30 million subscribers, for God's sake. As if people aren't going to notice it. Why ask everybody else in Maker to really promote the bloody thing?
Well, it's like I gave a game to Riddlesworth, because he's got 200 odd subscribers, and I thought if he live streams that'll make loads of sales for TerraTech.
425 subs. Thank you very much for 425 subs, by the way. That's freaking awesome.
I'm still at 792. Yay!
I'm looking at some of the screenshots for that.
Snavis is at 50.
Beautiful.
Fuck off.
We ain't got as many as Phil though. Phil's got like 2,600 or something like that.
Is it 3,000?
Is it 3,000 now?
Got a guy flying a pterodactyl in here. Oh shit, there's a dragon. Yes. I wonder if you can tame it. They seem to be riding like giant scorpions, pterodactyls. They're
Yeah.
hunting a T-Rex. And here
He's
she's
looking at the
riding.
map.
She's riding a velociraptor kind of thing. Can't remember what that one's called. And there's another guy riding one of the first saber-tooths in the prehistoric era. I can't remember the name of that
Looks
either.
like some kind of a
What are you both looking at?
strike or something.
Are you looking at that Rust type dinosaur game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
looks really cool.
Do you see that picture of that
The lightning strike in the
Yeah.
floor. Yeah,
like a freaking orbital strike or something?
yeah, doesn't it? And on one of the other pictures there's like two massive towers in the distance.
Speaking of orbital strikes,
No.
What?
No.
Command and Conquer.
Yeah.
something a lot more better. Called planetary annihilation.
I bought it him yesterday, and he's absolutely been kicking ass with it.
Well, I mean, you literally can have a Death Star to destroy other planets.
They have got like this planet, which is a metal planet, and it's kind of like Cybertron type thing. And you basically construct 5 of these like plasma guns, and they take control of the actual planet. The planet rotates and shoots this big energy beam at other planets. You blow planets up with.
You know.
It's literally a Death Star. but just looking a lot better.
Because Snubbies were a bit like abrupt because the CPU on our side was actually kicking the other CPU's ass, and we actually were actually sucking quite badly. So I says, okay, next time we'll play it'll just be me and you, but I'll let you build the stuff on the metal planet so that way you can get to blow up stuff.
Yeah.
And then he was just showing off by blowing up every planet in the solar system up, going, oh yeah!
Well, it was freaking badass, you have to agree.
Okay. So there's some news on Star Citizen's FPS module.
Ooh.
And it's
Star Marine.
Called Star Marine. It doesn't say when it's going to be released.
I think it's already out, isn't it? Some people have been playing it already.
Is it like a standalone thing for it or something?
At the moment, yeah, I think so, but most likely, eventually, they're going to incorporate it all into one game.
Yeah, there was the dogfight module, which was the arena. That came out.
And then they got the races one.
The races.
Even
And
races?
They're doing, yeah. And then they're doing this first, well, the Star Marine module, which is going to be the ground combat module. So what they're going to do is they're going to do all the modules first, and then they'll do all the maps and things separately.
I reckon they're doing it too fast.
That module.
I reckon they're doing it too fast, too quickly, because they reckon they weren't going to do none of this stuff that they're doing now till later on, a couple of years' time.
We'll see.
There's also talks of like a sci-fi sport with zero gravity movements. If you've ever seen Ender's Game, there'll be something like that playing in a big.
And then Richard was kind of just robotic then for a second. Is your neck going funny? Oh wait. Is there nobody there?
Still here?
You're still here. The Riddles is going to ping out any minute now, I'm afraid, guys. His internet's been having trouble, so which is a problem because you're recording. There we go. It's just timed out. There we go. You see, we've been having some problems with his internet, so it's been hard to record this series, and I'm going to keep going. No, I'm going to keep going, Snabs. I'm going to keep going, I'm afraid. It's just unlucky for him, you know. Basically, this week also Wolfenstein The Old Blood DLC came out, and basically the DLC plot is based upon before the Wolfenstein New Order. It builds up before the New Order, which is quite good because you end up escaping from Castle Wolfenstein again before actually going to Death's Head Fortress. Take out Death's Head.
That's quite nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually kind of expecting to finally play Mad Max when it actually will come out.
Going.
And there goes Riddles again. I've just said to everybody, okay, Riddles is about to disconnect now. He's having problems.
TeamSpeak just keeps going on.
What were we saying, Snabs?
I'm kind of really interested in the Mad Max video game, which will come out on September 5th this year.
This year? I bet it don't get postponed for another year.
Apparently there's been like a lot of disappointing reviews already. A lot of people that have seen like early footage and stuff of the game.
Bastard, I reckon it'd be good.
Don't really know what they want anymore.
Right, I've watched every single Mad Max movie, and you know.
I'm going to go to the cinema to see the new one.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be as well.
I wanted to take the missus, but she's never even heard of Mad Max. So I was like, well, sorry, don't you can stay at home, me and my dad will go then instead.
Wow, true gentleman.
Apparently there's been a leak of a Fallout 4 trailer coming. We don't know when.
No.
Hopefully on E3 we're going to see it.
Yes, so.
It's not exactly a leak on the trailer. Basically, what it was is...
yeah, the guy that's making it put it on his LinkedIn profile.
Yeah, he just basically put on there that said he worked on the CG elements of Fallout 4 cinematic trailer. It didn't show any images or anything, and then that gave it away that Bethesda. That picture's an old image. That's from Fallout 3, but basically the announcement is probably going to be at the Bethesda showcase at E3 later in a couple of months.
Hopefully. The new Fallout game's been a long time coming.
Oh yes, I hope they add some kind of cooperative at least. Me and Snabbis were debating about this yesterday. How would they incorporate a cooperative in some way? If it's just one or two players that says, well, I said to Snabbis yesterday that when you start off in the Fallout games, you start off as a child usually, and you work your way up into an adult, and then you go off into the world usually. So they could incorporate this into, instead of you being an only child, you could be a brother and sister, or two brothers or two sisters, and then obviously you go out into the world and you share the storyline together.
Yeah.
I'll put some like special co-op elements in there. But I think they'll go for the more massive multiplayer version, where you can have obviously your main storyline, and then you can go into a massive multiplayer version, pretty much like World of Warcraft, where you could just go around to each town and keep doing quests and stuff with each other. That'd be pretty cool. Something like that. It's been a long time. Well, you know, you could choose to be a bandit, or you could choose to
Be a master thief like I usually do.
yeah.
Or a sniper. You're usually a sniper camping somewhere.
Not camping, I'm tactically thinking.
That's the same thing.
No, it's the correct term.
Also, apparently late, I think it's this month, I believe so, the final DLC for The Evil Within gets released, called Executioner, which I'm looking forward to. Although I haven't completed The Evil Within, I'm still playing it, but every time a new DLC comes out and you see the trailers and you see the screenshots, you're
like, I've got to play this. I've got to do it. I've got to complete this so I can play the DLC.
yeah, that comes out on the 26th.
Francis Division has been delayed to 2016.
Yeah, I'm just getting up to that bit. I reckon.
Like I said earlier, I prefer developers to take the time with the game to iron out all the kinks and stuff and make it a better experience. If you get a better experience in the initial play of it, you know, you're more than likely going to replay the game and try and do things differently. Whereas if it's clunky and, you know, you don't like it on the first play, you're not going to play it again.
Apparently, Ubisoft are getting rid of last generation, which means they're only going to be making next generation games.
Yeah.
That kicks me straight into nuts, to be honest.
Holy
Yep.
crap, Grandia 2 is coming to Steam.
Yep.
Grandia. 2 RPG games, Grandia and Grandia 2, I played on the PlayStation, and they were freaking awesome. Oh, but it's the Sega Dreamcast version of it that's coming to Steam. Well, they were pretty much the same, but the Dreamcast version was better graphically. I don't know why they're using the Dreamcast version.
Another delay would be Titanfall 2. They reckon it's going to be coming out for about March 2017 now. It was supposed to come out this year, but there's no chance of it.
2017, holy crap.
Yep. 2 more years.
Maybe
Why not?
Maybe they're overhauling the graphics, make them a bit better.
And then later this year we've got Black Ops 3 coming out. Yay!
Black Ops 3.
Not really bothered.
I am, because I'm curious about what the zombies is going to be.
They haven't even done much on Advanced Warfare Zombies, have they?
Well, Exo Zombies. They usually do three or four DLC packs, and then it moves on to the next game.
Yeah.
I think yeah, 2. Third one comes out soon, because I've already seen it advertised on Xbox.
Yeah, it'll be out soon enough.
Oh, you already can pre-order it on Steam.
Yeah, I'm gonna purchase most of my games for the PC now. I'm not gonna purchase any for the console. Not unless I could grab them for like, 5-10 quid from Granger Games or something like that.
And if by chance I become a millionaire and I end up buying you an Elgato so you can do your own gameplay on the console.
Wow, that'd be crazy. Battlefleet Gothic Armada. Now that looks interesting.
Did you see the Steam release that came out this week for Black Mesa? early access.
Oh, yeah.
Like an HD remake of Half-Life.
Pretty much.
Blue Shift.
I believe it's Blue Shifts, yeah.
Yeah.
You play as, like, Dr. Freeman, you put that thing into the vortex, and then obviously you try to escape from the base. It's all in HD now. It uses still uses Source, but it's proper HD.
Yeah,
like-
I've got the HD remake pack for episode 2. That cost a couple of quid, but it makes episode 2 look a lot better. It's more, well, yeah, if you play Half-Life episode 2, it looks like a next-gen game rather than, just using the Source engine's basic textures and crap.
Pretty much.
I tried CSGO with it though.
Yeah.
CSGO looks a bit better.
Also,
I can't play CSGO because it looks like I'm playing a PS1 game. That's that, but I'm like, what the fuck?
What's this for, bro?
I need to be able to see the enemy, not the polygon.
well, apparently, Rockstar have also announced that there's going to be no more GTA Online heists anytime soon.
Bastards.
Yep, pretty much. It takes too much work. Apparently.
Yeah. I think they've done really well with what they've done anyway.
Yeah, they took their time to actually fix all the money glitches first.
Yeah.
All the
Well, apart from the footage of a hacker that I've got on here, it was making money bags appear. I didn't actually catch the money bag bit, but I caught his car changing colour and firing out fireworks like a freaking party car. It was crazy. And it just wouldn't blow up.
But apparently they are also working on a new patch that comes out soon that adds new toys for us to enjoy and flaunt our ill-gotten gains, apparently. They're also adding support for the PC for joysticks and wheels at the moment. So if you want to use the steering wheel with the PC, you can use the steering wheel for a PC.
Yeah, I've tried using the joystick and manually setting the Y and the X axis and the buttons to get it to fly, the throttle controls and what have you, but I prefer to use the controller. I think a controller or keyboard and mouse is the only combination you need. So you can get in your car, pick up your controller, drive it with that, get in your plane with your keyboard, fly it with your controller. I think going, joystick and steering wheel far is a bit, over the top, to be honest. If it was solely to just join races, maybe that kind of aspect would be better. Just joining multiplayer races, that would fit the steering wheel job. But have you actually used the steering wheel to control the game?
Not on the PC, only in the arcades.
You got to turn the wheel left,
Yeah,
right,
pretty much.
up and down.
And then you use your pedals to actually select yes or no.
Yeah. Just give me a D-pad and some buttons, man.
Also, me and Ench recently played a quite interesting simulator game from Bohemia Interactive, which is called Take on Mars.
You basically lead your own space program on Mars, and you actually explore the planet. You drive rovers, you build a base, you do everything cooperatively. Yes, we know this. We know this situation. Basically, I held this jetpack for Snavis, and he got on it, and then when I let go of it, he dropped less than a meter, crushed his legs, and he fell through the floor and died. Because it's still in early access, there's going to be bugs and issues. He got on a jetpack, it laid down, then he fell through the floor, and he was going through this endless falling until he finally died.
I backed out and I deleted my character and just logged back in.
But it looks a fun game. There is a lot of detail into it. There's a massive tech tree for you to research new technologies and whatnot. Even in the single player content, it was that confusing. It took both me and Snabbis to be doing exactly the same thing. We didn't know what the fuck we were doing, but it was fun. It was definitely fun.
The game definitely looks good. It's pretty much like Armor, stepping up a little bit in space, and The game itself looks really good, even though it's still on early access.
We're going to get riddles in it if we can.
Nvidia just released a new driver for Windows 10 testing.
Got it last week.
I'm not going to upgrade to Windows 10 until it's,
Oh, we're glad about that
close
update.
to the public release date.
I was so glad about that update for the Nvidia. I was like, yes, finally, an Nvidia a graphics driver for Windows 10 because my games keep crashing because this says it's not compatible.
There's well, choking or something.
Don't die. So, how are you liking the new patch for what's his name? That game where you play underwater.
Subnautica.
There we go. That's the word.
There we go, that's the one. I really enjoyed Subnautica at the minute, but I still feel there's a lot more to be done. I've been messaging the devs. I've asked them to, if they're going to implement like a pod system for the building, so you can have like a comfort pod with your bed in, so you can actually sleep through the night, or like with the kitchen area in, so you can store your food or cook it there.
You pretty much told them to pull the fucking finger out, basically.
And maybe if you don't be connected with all the pipes that are already in the game, because building a base out of just pipes is pants. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Well, they thought it was scientific and next gen and futuristic. I mean, you came in a big, massive spaceship, and now you're building pipes under the water.
If you've got a sea life centre, they've got pipes that are connected to domes. You know what I mean? So that's what you need to
Domes? What are you, a fucking hamster?
That's a ball. That's a ball.
Sorry.
It's a ball. But yes, GTA 5, quite a lot of people have been banned for using mods. And
I saw
been in
that.
quite a lot of uproar about it. So Rockstar released a patch that broke most mods. But when the mods are fixed, it'll stop people getting banned.
I know this because I downloaded them mods about a day before the patch came out, and I was like, no, I can't run these videos and do some recordings on some awesome mods.
Yes, there's quite a few mods that I really want to try out, but I didn't. After hearing like the first couple of people had been banned, I didn't want to touch them until it had all been fixed, because it's a waste of money if you spend, all that money on.
Yeah, but it's kind of weird because
get banned from playing
it's
it.
like they released the game so that way it was supporting mods, but then obviously they made it so you could get banned for using mods. It was kind of a weird situation. It's like, you said we could use mods, then why are you banning me for? Well, you look like you're cheating in the game.
Yeah.
The mods is about having fun, not playing the game.
There was a couple of mods that people managed to carry over to multiplayer, and it wasn't meant to happen, and that's what they had to fix. That's what they had to patch up, that hole that allowed people to carry over.
Damn it, and there I wanted to play my flying mod, so I actually could fly 15 jets over in multiplayer. Fuck.
Yeah. Batman Arkham Knight Season Pass. You can play as Batgirl. That looks cool.
Yeah, talking about guilds, that's the new hero unit for the next Assassin's Creed.
Sorry?
The next Assassin's Creed, whatever it's called, Syndicate,
Yeah.
the hero unit is actually a female character.
Yeah.
This time, it's not a bloke.
It's a female protagonist in the actual main storyline rather than a male one.
Like it has been for the past entire storyline for Assassin's Creed.
We can thank all the feminists of the world for bringing it to our attention that there wasn't enough female protagonists in their games. If you look at like Far Cry 4 and Far Cry 3, Far Cry 2, and Far Cry, they were all male.
Don't get me wrong though, because I like looking at a woman's arse when she's running in a game rather than a bloke's arse.
You bigot. You sexist pig.
Hey, if a woman can't agree that she's sexy, then she might as well just be gay.
No.
He's kind of right,
A
to be
lot,
honest.
a lot of women don't like to be told that you find them attractive because they find it weird.
Okay, so if I say to a woman I find it ugly and abusive, she's just going to beat the shit out of me instead.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much it. But if you just go up to a woman and say, you know, I think you're very attractive, they're just going to freaking flip and try and bust you.
Hey, baby, I think you got a big ass and nice titties. I want to have sex with you.
Especially
No.
Oh wait, you're actually jabbing
Especially
a
if it's a
freaking...
feminazi that you talk to. Holy crap, she'd be beating you with a bloody handbag. She'd be screaming at all her friends to join in. You'd end up with a pile of pulp on the floor after you'd finished. I mean, a lot of down-to-earth normal people would appreciate that kind of company.
But not everybody's down to earth. Riddles, you're really sexy, you are. I really checked out your ass when you're walking out of the kitchen.
Yes, that's made me blush, is that? Anyway, Watch Dogs 2.
Really?
Yay!
I didn't really finish the storyline for Watch Dogs 1.
I did. I loved it.
I got like 25% into it, and I got bored very quickly.
Pretty much how I got.
I completed the whole storyline. It was really awesome, to be honest. A little bit dramatic, but still awesome.
Yeah, I think most... They've made it a bit too technical and in-depth for me. It's most of the things draw you away from doing the storyline.
The thing why people were actually down for the game when it got launched is that actually at the beginning when they showed first gameplay, it was completely not what the devs were actually saying it's gonna have.
Yeah, it was all
options.
HD with rain graphics and everything. It looked absolutely beautiful. And then they brought it out and it looked like a bag of shit.
Oh.
And it's like, what the hell have you done? We've disabled the HD so graphics so that people can run it. Because all that raining effect and stuff that they actually did in the trailer was done on NVIDIA Quadro cards, you know, that are absolutely beastly. So without one of them, you wouldn't get that kind of performance.
But still, like most of the interactions that actually were in the first gameplay, it's just gone. Nothing like that anymore.
Excuse me. Yeah, I think developers need to start giving us what they're going to say, what they say they're going to give us. Dead Island 2. That's been pushed back to 2016.
It doesn't matter. I'm definitely waiting for that game.
Dying Light is what they expected Dead Island 2 to be. So, you know.
Well, it is made by some of the same developer company.
Jaeger Development. Is it?
Talking of Dying Light now, apparently there's a mod that's come out for Dying Light that allows you to go to space.
Whee! Zombies in space!
On Dying Light.
Dying Light in space.
Yeah, pretty much. There's a mod that allows you to...
Yeah, Deep Silver and Jaeger Development.
Yeah, Deep Silver was for Dead Island.
Dying Light.
Yeah, well, also for Dead Island.
I can't remember developers of Dying Light, to be honest. I'm playing the game, but I can't remember the stuff behind it.
The mod basically focuses on you being able to platforming or parkour on space rocks and the space station rather than punting space zombies, which is, I know, kind of bummer, especially when it's kind of obviously it's a riff on Dead Space.
But it does sound pretty fun, to be honest. Low gravity jumping and stuff.
Yeah, I just missed that asteroid and I'm gonna fall into an abyss of hell.
I'm gonna try and aim for that black hole.
I'm slowly falling towards Earth. I think I'm gonna die.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no, I'm gonna make a halo drop. I'm gonna survive, but if I'm actually gonna drop in the pond, I'm gonna drown.
I didn't actually hear about this, but the Steam Community Market suffered a currency meltdown.
Yeah, they accidentally mispriced a currency between another country and US dollars, and it priced up some things at $2.3 million instead of
AK skin for
Yeah.
CSGO.
yeah, pretty much. It wasn't priced at £2 or £3. It was priced at $2-3 million instead.
Hell. I wish I'd have been there. I'd have bought a load of shit for like 14 pence. Holy crap. Recommended price 48 pence.
No, just think about it. What happens if there's a millionaire who's actually bought a skin for CSGO? I thought, well, yeah, 1.3 million, that's just pocket money. I'm going to buy that. And then Valve say, oh, sorry, that was an accidental. We're going to give you a full refund. Do you think Valve would actually give you a full refund if you actually bought something for $1.3 million?
No, what the hell?
No, they'll just say, sorry, this is our money now. It was our issue, but we don't care. We like your money.
There's no way to prove that this was acquired in error.
Yeah, you didn't take a screenshot. You can't prove it.
Didn't take a screenshot. Can't prove it. Can't give you your refund. You douche. Yeah, I think Valve are getting too greedy though, to be honest.
They always were, to be honest. At least like, well, with CS, or
Yeah.
CSGO.
I think the prices they charge for the keys and stuff is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
That's
But
why I liked
they
using
made things-
Kinguin until 20% came along.
Yeah, they made things that expensive by introducing the sale of your trading cards rather than just swapping them. They brought in that you could sell them, and that escalated it to when CSGO came out, buying skins and trading skins and selling skins. And I've seen a skin go for like 13 grand, I think it was. $13,000. I was like, what the fuck?
Fucking hell.
One of the rarest skins on the game.
Look, I mean,
It's,
who in the fuck would spend so much cash on a fucking weapon skin? You can
He-
buy a freaking house for that money.
There's people with gold-plated underpants in it, and no brains.
more like golden toilet paper.
My money is
Yeah.
my toilet paper is printed money in a roll.
Like, should I take a shit in my golden toilet or in my platinum toilet this day?
Sometimes I let a
don't
tramp
know.
take a shit, but I don't let him take the note. Wipe your ass on it, you can keep it.
Do you guys remember about a year ago when a video came out? It was based on World of Warcraft, and it's been out. I think it was been out for a year or 2 years now since it first came out. It's called Leroy Jenkins.
Leroy.
Oh yeah, he,
Jenkins.
a few days back actually turned for 10 years now.
Yep.
Something.
10 years ago today, it's history made. Leroy Jenkins was put on the internet.
Yeah. They were outside the dungeon talking about how they're going to go in and what they're going to do.
He was AFK.
Halfway through the conversation, Leroy Jenkins just ran in, totally threw the plan up in there. It was like, great, we're going to go in and get this guy.
Within 10 seconds, the entire raid wipes and they all died.
It was hilarious. Oh my god. Yeah, that was one of the funniest moments I've ever seen on an
Well,
internet video.
that definitely made history.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, now this is off topic. Now there's a mod for GTA 5 that allows a tsunami to drown Los Santos.
Yeah, it was the same thing for GTA 4, if I recall right. Also like a zombie apocalypse as well.
That I've yet to see on GTA 5.
Yeah, zombie apocalypse on GTA 5 would be awesome. Like a serious update, like a legit thing, not a mod, like a legit thing.
Where killing zombies didn't actually cause a 5-star rating.
Well, like natural disasters or Crackdown. If you can remember, they were doing experiments in like a scientific lab, and
Yeah,
they all got out. Something
yeah.
like that in San Andreas would be cool. But obviously keep it isolated to this facility and maybe a little town next to it. Don't let the whole freaking map get infected. That'll just be tarded. Like, have the army cut off half the map and have the other half a zombie
or-
apocalypse, and you've got to find a cure. That'd be a
Or
good DLC.
it could be just like a separate, like separate complete map, like
Yeah,
a regular
like Red Dead
multiplayer.
Redemption was for
Yeah,
the
same
Undead
thing.
Nightmare.
Yeah, that was pretty freaking beastie,
That
to
was
be
a
honest.
Rockstar game as well, wasn't it?
Obviously,
And that was awesome.
I actually finished
Yeah,
the
okay.
Undead Nightmare.
I never
Tara's
actually
dying.
finish it. She's fast asleep. But
She wasn't fast then.
Project Cars.
I saw that.
Looking forward to another Forza wannabe. Holy crap! This is another Forza type racing game where you basically start off as a go-kart racer and you've got to work your way up through to
Supercars.
Formula One racing.
Wow.
Supercars, yeah.
This is different.
It's an actual career progressive game. Whereas with Forza, obviously, you could choose like your class and your type and whatever you wanted to do. But with this, you've got to work your way up your ranks and do the best you can, otherwise you get knocked down a peg. But to be honest, you've got Forza. This game looks too much like Forza, but it's just got something that Forza should have in it.
A solid gameplay. Ah!
Yeah. I mean, I've tried, driving in Forza, and it is so difficult. The weight of the cars is too heavy and unrealistic. It's crazy. I mean, they say that they went into a lot of research detail with weight and what would happen under certain circumstances and conditions, for your acceleration and your brake and your turning points and things like that. But it's just really unrealistic. Having raced a car or two myself, I know that a car doesn't respond like that if it's kitted out for racing. It responds really, really well. But they just don't on Forza for me. It's like you'll push your stick all the way to the left and it'll still take like 10 seconds to turn. And going at 30 miles an hour and it's like, what the hell? And your car just skids off the track all the time.
It just smashes into little pieces.
Yeah, it's absolutely unreal. You've got to go around every corner at 10 miles an hour. Stupid. That's why I don't play them. I think the last great game I played on the Xbox was Project Gotham. That was the best racing games that they've done. But then obviously they went to the Forza franchise rather than keeping the Project Gotham one going, which was a big mistake.
For me, probably the best first-person driving game with the steering wheel was Need for Speed Shift.
I haven't actually played Shift.
Freaking hell, dude, that was amazing, at least with the steering wheel.
The last Need for Speed I played was Most Wanted, and I really, really enjoyed that.
The original one?
Yeah, I played all the Underground games,
Same.
as well as the original Need for Speeds, which were subpar compared to the Underground series and Most Wanted. They're my favourites for the racing series. What are yours, Ench? You done any racing games?
I'm not really a racing car game fan. I think the last time I played a racing game was probably Ridge Racer on PSX.
Oh my god, I remember that. That was a cool one. That had some really cool tunes in it as well.
Now that was a long time ago since I played a racing
that was
game.
a long time ago. I remember getting the Mini in that game and actually totally kitting it out. And I got an engine upgrade that had like the back flap open on the car. Because obviously the back is where the engine is in the Mini. And it was all like polished and shiny. Even though it was all crap graphics, you could still see the engine like vibrating and the flywheels moving and things like that. It was really, really cool. I wonder if you could get that on Steam.
What, Ridge Racer?
Yeah, Blast of the Past. Or Blast from the Past, sorry. Yes, last weekend was a free weekend for Arma 3. I downloaded the bugger, but I freaking didn't get the chance to play it for the free weekend, which I was gutted about.
Any constellation, I've got it and I don't play it.
To be honest, I think Arma 2 was the best at the point where they started doing the DayZ mod.
Yeah, that was the original one, obviously.
Yeah. And I think number 3 is graphically better in some aspects, but is lacking in others. It's like
Well,
one
the
game
breaking
could do
point
with
is
things
quite
from the other, if you know what I mean. Paid mods are dead. PC Gamer reacts. Yep, paid mods are dead. Unless you're a member of Nexus Mods like myself, then you've got to pay £1.50.
No thanks.
But that's it, £1.50. And I'm a member.
Well,
I can download any mod I want.
on a side note, I've just been checking out a post on Kotaku, and basically, apparently, someone's building a virtual reality laser quest.
Are you on about Vortex?
No, this is called The Void.
Project Void. Yeah, I've heard that one. That looks actually pretty fun. That the way that there was, you've got three different. You've got your like your horror version where you'd go through corridors and there'd be like strings dangling from the ceiling that it'd simulate walking into webs and things. It's like there'll be markers in this corridor thing that'll tell the game where you are, and then you'll be constantly tracked from start to finish. So you will actually be moving around a building through corridors and things. And there was a racing simulator where you'd be sitting in a pod.
I think the way this one's set up is each player will be set up with a high-end headset and the Rapture HMD, which runs off a laptop in the backpack that they carry. And obviously, they have the guns as well.
Yeah. I think I'll try and actually find the footage and put it behind me of the bit where he's walking through the corridors and he's got his hand out in front of him with his glove on, and he's actually holding a lantern in the game, but not in real life. He's just holding his hand up. It looks really cool, and the monster jumps out around the corner and it scared the life out of the guy. I found it pretty hilarious. Something I think that's the next stage in like virtual reality and gaming evolution merging together, doing things like that.
Also, Naughty Dog launched some cool new news about Uncharted 4. Basically, Uncharted 4 devs flaunt new milestone in face animation. They basically say they're gonna have a new system that will allow characters to emote more than ever. Apparently, they have discussed the improvements made to its physical animation system since Uncharted 3 and The Last of Us, saying that the face models now animate with between 300 and 500 bones. It's quite a lot, to be honest. Imagine the textures on that shit.
Yeah, that means they're gonna have to get a lot of expressionistic people as the actors for the characters that they're gonna do in future games.
True.
Because if I know they could animate facial expressions, but it's better if they do the capture and get it raw, and then just animate it onto the character in game.
Next thing I've got will probably be Killing Floor. Killing Floor 2 are bringing out their first content update patch, which comes with a brand new map, which is based upon a manor, I do believe.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't
from the first one.
They haven't given out any date yet, but it's adding.
If it is, I hope they've opened it up a little bit more.
Adding new maps, new perks, weapons, and characters and bosses. Apparently, this map is based in a manor, which is a swanky joint in the Swiss Alps, for you and your companions to be hired to clear it out.
That sounds actually pretty cool.
I'm looking at some of the screenshots and it looks spooky as crap. I mean, literally.
Yeah.
It's like an old manor. Everything's got like dust sheets over it, and there's cobwebs everywhere, and it looks really, really, really danky. I mean,
Is it going to be a free update, or is it going to be like a DLC update?
I believe it's going to be a free update. It's early access. It'll be a free update.
Yeah, that'd be cool then. As long as I don't have to pay anything.
Come on, Reds. There's only 3 maps here. You're seriously gonna?
Yeah, I know, but
actually gonna pay for one?
Until the game actually releases, I don't think they'll release any map updates like COD. You know, where you have to actually buy the content.
But you've heard of Evolve, haven't you? Jesus Christ. You know, they were cheeky enough to give like 2 bloody amounts.
What, then make you pay for the rest?
And like 4 basic characters. And, well, I think they've started charging for a load of DLC that's not even game breaking. You know, doesn't even add to the game. I think that game is a big rip-off, to be honest. More games and more developers need to follow Rockstar's footsteps. You know, you pay your 60 quid and maybe get your season pass. So everything else should come free. It's freaking micro DLC is stupid. The only micro DLC GTA's got is obviously buying in-game currency.
That's the only DLC.
And it's stupid.
Well, buying money, that's...
No, I mean, everyone else is stupid for not doing it.
Yeah, that's true.
But I wonder what game Rockstar are going to do next. It'd be cool to see them do another Red Dead. Especially on next gen.
Well, I suppose they actually announced news that they were already thinking about making GTA 6.
Yeah, that was in development before they even brought it to the PC version.
Yeah.
Talking about GTA 6.
2 years time.
It'd be nice to see all the characters get together from Los Santos. You know, like Carl Johnson and obviously Mike and Nico.
Tony.
And Fat Tony. Yeah,
What Fat Tony?
Fat Tony. I'm gonna make it off in Gary Fuskin. But yeah, it'd be nice to see him bring back some old characters. Maybe even just as cameos, you know, just to appear in the game.
Yeah, like in San Andreas.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see what they'd model the character like in new gen graphics. I know it's like for San Andreas and stuff, you can get kind of high resolution mods and things, but you know the hands are still polygons.
Polygons. There's just basically shovels.
Yeah, it just doesn't look right. But it'd be nice to see him bring back some old GTA characters. I mean, I can't even remember what the characters were called from the first and the second one.
I haven't actually played the second one.
I think
no, I played it a little bit.
Hey man, I want you to do. Yeah, I want you to do a job for me.
They were just called the player, I reckon. Yeah. And then when it came to like Vice City and.
Oh yeah, for the third one, I don't really think you had a name as well.
No, you were just called the protagonist. And
well, yeah.
In the actual game book, it just said the protagonist. That was his name.
I think you did have an actual name because they actually call your name in several references in missions.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Let's go, dude. Let's go do some things, man. It's awesome.
I think we've blabbered on enough for today. Anyway, guys, if you guys got any questions for us, don't forget, use the hashtag BruhCast on Twitter, and we will be sure to read and answer any topics or questions that you have.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
If you're gonna ask some questions, obviously.
Yes.
Like.
As always, from me, much love and peace out.
From me, EnchaJini. I'll see you later.
You're supposed to say ta-da.
Well, I have to say ta-da. Well, I was just about to get to that, but Mr. Snabbis kind of spoke at the same time.
How about it? You go, I've been EnchaJini. Ta-da.
That's not going to be like that when I upload mine to YouTube. We'll be in this conversation.
I'm not going to say it for you.
Oh, yeah. You can do if you want.
Are you done, lady?
I've been sneaky Snabbis.
Sneaky Snabbis. He's not sneaky when he's playing Planetary Annihilation, I tell you that for sure.
Hello?
Hello?
Damn it.
Thank you very much for watching. I'm EnchaJini, and this has been the BruhCast, and Mr. Riddlesworth has just gone. See you guys in the next episode. Ta-da!